So here, this is for AMP2, the muscle unit. This is a muscular leg, and it is a left leg. So let's kind of jump into the muscles. If you have your practice test handy, that'd be great. So we're starting with number 51. Number 51, now this is actually cut, but because this extends all the way and connects the torso to the lower half of the body. This would be your iliopsoas. That's how you say that, iliopsoas. It's very, very important. It gets real stiff when you sit for a long time. All right, so it's underneath number 52. Let me get this pushed back in there. So 52, this is the one that goes all the way across. This is the Sartorius. This is the longest muscle in your body. So Sartorius, and it goes, look, all the way down to the back of the knee. So it goes from the front of your side of your hip all the way to the back of the knee. That's Sartorius. All right, now let's get into the middle of the leg, or the inside part of the leg, the medial leg. So this here is going to be your adductor longus. So it's going to pull your leg in. So if your leg is out, it's going to pull it into the side towards the medial line. 54, now this one goes down, it's a little bit longer. This is the Gracilis. It is not as long as the Sartorius, but it is also fairly long. 55 is here in the back of the thigh here. So here's 55, so we're on more on like the anterior, a bit onto the lateral side. This is your tensor fasciae Latae. So this is going to help rotate. So if it pulls, it's going to pull the leg kind of inward there. And let's go into the back of here. So this, if you go, this looks really similar to the deltoid. Yes, it is. Only on a leg. This is the gluteus maximus. This would be like the top cap of the leg. It's hard to get this off. Give me just a second. Nobody got more motion sick, did they? Okay, good. Well, I'm sorry if you did. Okay. Hard to position this thing. All right, so number 57. So here, so that was our superficial gluteus maximus underneath them. 57, this is gluteus medius. Notice it's in the middle. That's how you remember it's the gluteus medius. 58, this is gluteus minimus. It is probably the smallest of them. See how this one's a little bit longer, but it's also the one that's going to be the deepest and the furthest over. I'm going to leave the gluteus maximus off. Let's go down a little bit here. All right, so we're into the hamstring area. Hamstrings, there's 3 of them. You go, Dr. B, but I can only see 2. Correct. So let's start with the 2 superficial ones. Get a hold on this thing. Okay, so 59, we're going from near the top of the femur all the way down to the knee. This would be the biceps femoris. So femoris right along the femur, biceps femoris. I'll get to 60 in a second, but let's do 61. This is the semitendinosus. Semitendinosus. All right, so let's pull these out. Those were your superficial ones. Here. On the back side here, you had your, so 61, this is semitendinosus, so this is long. Notice it kind of goes right along in there. This would be the, this is the semimembranosis. So this is the smallest part of the hamstring. See if I can sort of construct this back together at least a little bit. So I had to pull it all the way out, but there it is on the inside, just that last little inside piece. Let's flip this over and let's start, well, here, I'll put that back, maybe. All these leg pieces falling apart. Okay, maybe not. So let's go into the quads. The quads, here we go. All All right, 62, so front of the leg here. 62, so this is going from the top of the thigh down to the top of the knee. This is going to be the rectus femoris. Rectus femoris, so it's going along the femur and it's going straight up and down. So if you remember rectus abdominis, straight up and down. Rectus femoris. All right, see if I can pull this one out. Yes. Underneath rectus femoris, you have vastus intermedius. So this is kind of in the middle, so the intermediate one. And then on the side and under that one, you have vastus lateralis. So notice this is the outside of the leg. So vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius. And now we've got one other one here on the inside portion. So this would be on the lateral side, so this would be your vastus medialis. So here on the middle, vastus medialis on the middle side of the knee there. Now getting into the lower leg. Goodness, it is not easy to manipulate this. All right, we're ready for number 66. Here it is. Okay, so here we're kind of going along the front slash a little bit to the side of the foot. So 66 here. This is the extensor digitorum longus. So this is what is going to pull the foot. All right. 67. Tibialis anterior. So look, here's the tibia. To the front of the tibia, tibialis anterior. That's how you remember that. Now, on the other side, this would be your fibularis longus. So if you know where the fibula is, it's behind the tibia. Fibularis, and it's a long one. 69. There's two of these. This would be your gastrocnemius, so also known as the calf muscles. So there's kind of two branches there. Then you have your soleus, which is underneath here. Pull this out. So the soleus is directly underneath the gastrocnemius. So this is the soleus. And then right along the tibia, kind of behind it, we get into 71. This is the flexor digitorum longus. So this is a deep muscle, and it's going to flex the toes and some of the foot. Now, other structures, you have the Achilles tendon or the calcaneal tendon right there on the heel, kind of connecting the gastrocnemius to some of the other muscles there in the foot. And then on the front, you have your patellar ligament, so that just goes right over the kneecap and connects the femur with the tibia. These would be your structures of the lower leg. It's a bit messy, so when you take this test, don't be afraid to deconstruct these models.